Hi guys, Miss Acton here. Let's get started with some math today. All right, so we're going to be doing subtracting with two-digit numbers with regrouping by Felicia, but we're going to be adding reading a story at the beginning of this. You did this yesterday. We're going to dig a little deeper in today just because word problems are pretty hard. All right, so what will we be doing as a group? As a group in your Nearpod, we will create an equation and solve it using models. And Miss Acton will do that by showing you the videos of you checking your work like we've been doing the past 3 days in your Nearpods. What you're going to be doing is saying, I will create an equation from a story and solve it using models. So read the story, create an equation, solve that equation. So with Miss Ramos last week, we worked on this. With Miss Acton this week, we've been working on this, where we actually grab a 10 stick and say, bye Felicia, magicians, magic, witches, wizards, whatever you think that you are. You're doing that magic trick where you take that 10 stick and turn it into 10 ones. That was the difference this week. Now we're taking it an even step further. So now we're going to where we aren't just going right to solve an equation. We're going to be reading a story, creating our own equation to match the story, and then we can do all that other stuff where we can make our 10 sticks and our ones cubes and grab a 10 stick and turn into 10 ones. So for this one, you read the story. Jamal has 70 paintbrushes. We wrote the number 70 right there. He uses 54 and forgets to wash them. How many paintbrushes are clean? So we're going to take away the 54 that he used, didn't wash, they're dirty. And after we did that, drew our models, we figured out that there's 16 left that he needs to use because we have one 10 stick left over and 6 ones cubes left over. That gives us 16. All right, so now let's watch Miss Acton do a few of them. Keep your eyes on the video, focus, because this is where Miss Acton is going to be teaching you what to do. So this slide just shows you that we only are adding 2 extra steps to what we've already been doing the past 3 days, or the past 2 days, and then to yesterday and today, you guys are adding these 2 extra steps. So you're just reading the word problem, creating the equation. We used to just be given the equation, that's easy. Now they're making it more challenging for you. So you have to read that word problem, create the equation, and then you start doing the models part where you draw the models, take away the ones, borrow a 10 if you need it, take away the 10s, and then count how much you've got left for your answer. So let's hear a story about beads and Jasmine. So Jasmine has 78 beads. She uses 25 beads to make a necklace. How many beads does Jasmine have now? And if you're confused by what beads are, they're in the background. It's the things that you make jewelry out of. Miss Acton actually has a necklace with some beads on it right now. So that's what we're talking about. So she started off with 78 beads. So we're going to follow the story and write that 78 down. Says then she uses 25 beads. So that means the 25 beads are used up. She can't use them anymore. They're being used. How many beads does Jasmine have now? That's the question that we need to answer. So that's where you get your answer from. All right, so now what we're going to do is all the other steps. So first thing we do is we make our models of the first number, which is usually the biggest. So this part, Miss Acton will move fast because you guys have done this several times. So 78. We're going to take away 5 ones first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had enough to where we didn't need to borrow a 10 stick. So you don't need to do the bye Felicia. You don't need to do your magic trick. We had enough ones. We had 8 and we had to take away 5. So we had plenty, so you didn't have to do that part. So now we take away 2 10s. 1, 2. Now we count what we have left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10s, which gives us 50. 1, 2, 3, 3 ones, which gives us the answer of 53. So let's erase that question mark because we know the answer now. We need to put that in there. So the answer is 53. All right, let's try another one. So stay focused, watch what Miss Acton does. That way when you get to your parts on the video here coming up, or on the Nearpod here coming up, you know what you're doing. So we're going to build our equation. We need to read the story and create our equation. First 2 steps. Tony has 66 rocks. He gives 29 rocks to Chris. How many rocks does Tony have now? So he started off with 66 rocks. He gave 29 to Chris, and now we want to know how many he has left over. So I read my story, created my equation. Now I need to do the part where I draw the models, start taking away the 1s and 10s and all that stuff. So let's do that. So I'm making my number 56. Now I need to take away 29. So first we're going to take away the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, we don't have enough, but we do. So we're going to be a magician. We're going to magically change this 10 stick into ones cubes. We're going to say bye, Felicia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I can take away the 9. So here I've taken away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Got it? So now take away 2 10s. Make sure you don't take away this one again because it has already been taken away and transformed because we're magicians into ones cubes. So we take away these two right here. Now we count how many models we have left. 1, 2, 3, which means we got 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 1 just means we have the number 37. So how many rocks does Tony have now? He's got 37 rocks. All right, I'm going to do one more. You're going to see one just like this on the very next slide. So pay attention to this because you're going to do one just like this on the other side. I think it's 62 pieces of gum and like 29 pieces is what he chews in a week, I believe. So your numbers are a little bit different, but you still have this image right here to show you the steps that you take. And you also have all this big space to do your work, okay? And actually, there's supposed to be a little spot right here for you to draw your draw my equation, but I'll just have to make that. So it says Mel has 72 pieces of gum. So we're going to follow the equation. The equation tells me 75 is my first number. He chews 37 pieces in a week. How much gum does he have left? So since he chewed the gum, that means he can't use it again. Once you chew gum one time, it's done. So now I built my equation, read the problem, created my equation. Now it wants me to draw the models for the first number. Got it? 75. Now it wants me to take away the ones. So I need to take away 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need more. We know what to do because we're experts and we've been doing this for the past 3 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I already took away 5. I need to take away 6 and 7. I need to take away my 10s. You take away 3 of those. Now I just take away my 10s, borrowed a 10 if I needed it. Yes, I did. Take away the 10s. Now count your 10s and 1s. 1, 2, 3, which means I have 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 38. He has 38 more pieces of gum to chew. All right, so now on the next slide, you're going to see a story just like this about Mel, but he bought a different amount of pieces of gum and he chews a different amount. So make sure that you don't do this exact same equation and follow these steps over here on the end to help you get through that equation. And I will see you in a